What's up, everybody?
I'm Jackson.
I'm Kenny.
And we are
JK Builders. If you're new to the channel, definitely subscribe. And if you wouldn't mind hitting the like button, helps out the channel a whole bunch, and it's always appreciated. Today, we're doing a review from the 5th and final Bricklink designer set from round 2. It is the Mountain Windmill. Jackson, tell us about this box.
Well, it's 18 plus. The item number is 910003, and it is 2,086 pieces.
Sweet. So this box does have the white background, similar to the other ones that we have seen. This was my least anticipated of them. I bought this one originally just because I planned on maybe flipping it. You know, maybe just reselling it for a little bit of a profit. I don't know. I decided that we should buy them all just in case, you know, maybe we wanted to keep them. Jackson has convinced me that we should keep this one. He really wanted it. He started to build it, and then I kind of finished it. But, yeah, we kept it because of him.
Because of me.
But yeah, it's pretty plain. There's nothing really special about this box. It's got the Bricklink logo up here, a picture of the windmill. This was one I didn't really care too much about because we couldn't really incorporate it into our city right now. Now maybe in some future expansion we may be able to squeeze it in somewhere, but right now we just don't really have a place for it. But on the back of the box it shows you a rear view of the windmill. Now it does have some play features, so you can see the back. It does open up. There's no back on it. It's not like a modular style, nothing like that. It's more like a tree house or something. I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, it's a windmill that has some play features. But I think you probably could incorporate it into a city if you really wanted to. But it just doesn't fit in with ours right now. Of course, the instruction book is all on the app, so there is no paper instruction book, just like all the other sets. But let's go ahead and take a look at this windmill. Okay, so here is the Mountain Windmill all finished up and ready to go. We'll take a look at the details. It is fully detailed. There's quite a few little hidden gems on here and fun little details that you don't see in a whole lot of sets these days. But coming around, you see you have kind of just the mountainside, lots of plants and greenery, weeds, all kinds of stuff growing up it. You got the little bridge that kind of goes over. I don't know if you put water under this or just a mountainside. It does have some cool vegetation, like it has this pink bush right here with some flowers.
That took so long.
Jackson built that, I guess. There's also some unique roof lines and building techniques, I think, to get some of the old kind of look, to kind of make it look old and kind of beat up, you know, maybe falling apart a little bit. Like this is a windmill that's been around for a while. It's nothing new. It's something that has seen some rough days, you know. As we turn it around, you can see the play features on the inside. It has several ladders that go to the different levels. You have a little kitchen area right there. There's a little bench with a telescope right there over that rail. Here you have a little place where maybe someone was drawing a picture or writing something down with a little stool, a little table right there next to it. Over here you have another room with like some type of an easel or something. Up here you have a room with a bottle and a mouse that's eating some cheese. And then up here you have the bedroom where they keep like the lamp, the bed, and all that kind of stuff. On this section you have the windmill itself. Has a little house right there. It's kind of a cool roof line right there. It has the fin that comes off of the back, and then has the crank handle right here that actually turns the windmill, which is probably one of the cooler features, the fact that it does have that crank and turn. It does also turn, yeah, like that. So it can turn like this, and then the crank will turn the actual windmill itself. It also has this cool, we skipped over this. This has a little staircase right here, which is kind of cool. And then it goes down to that little bookshelf right there. It has like a random box with like an umbrella. And then the back side of this comes off and it reveals, what's in there, Jackson?
It's a box with stuff in it and a key to something and a bottle and a sink.
So like a little hidden storage room, maybe.
Yeah,
where they
but
kind of keep some stuff.
there's a cave.
And then there's
right here.
there's a cave access over on that side. Looks like there's a little torch on the wall, something like that. Just cool little details. It's kind of hidden there underneath the rocks. Coming around this side, you have more green foliage growing up the side. Some nice railing to overlook, you know, the mountainside kind of thing. Lots of stuff growing on the windmill itself. Like I said, it's made to look old and kind of broken down and dingy. Like it's been up there for a while, has not been maintained properly. Coming off the top, you have the smokestack with a little bit of smoke coming out. The roof, of course, is in a little bit of disarray. Plants growing all over it. But yeah, that's kind of the gist of it. I think it looks pretty good overall. It's a good design. There's some good building techniques. It was not the funnest set to build, but we'll talk more about that in a second. But yeah, that is the Mountain Windmill from the Bricklink Designer Program. All right, Jackson, the mountain windmill. What are some things you like about this one?
Well, I really like how it has the crank feature, where you can turn the crank and the windmill, or the
windmill spins.
Yeah, it spins.
Oh. Except when you do that.
Yeah. And then I really like the inside features, how it has like, this was a really cool telescope. Yeah, I can't think of words right now.
Anything else?
And then I really liked how it had the secret cave back here, and all the play features.
Yeah, with all the play features, you would have thought they would have included a minifigure or two in this one. Like maybe someone that was like a caretaker of the windmill. I mean, it's got a bed, it's got a desk, it's got all these different things in it, but no minifigures.
I made a minifig. He's just...
Yeah, you gotta make your own. That's okay. But yeah, why didn't they include any minifigures with this set? I'm not really sure. With all the play features that are on the inside of this, it should have came with some type of a minifigure. But that also would have added to the value of the set as well, if they would have done something like that. Of course, most of the Bricklink Designer Program sets have been very generic minifigures, so I don't think it would have added a ton of value. But it definitely would have added to the set to have a minifigure that you could have incorporated into some of these play features. So some of the issues that I had with this one, number one was building it was just very, very tedious. This section right here was just layers and layers and layers of like 1 by 1, 1 by 2, 1 by 3, 1 by 4 plates. And just over and over again. And also there was very little support. So this piece overhangs, and when you're building it, you had to press down on it. So there's very little support, so I found it falling apart very, very often.
Like when I was building like this part and like up here, I kept pushing, and I'm just like, I keep breaking it! What's wrong with this?
It kept breaking apart. It was very tedious, very frustrating. I don't feel like it was well designed in that respect. Like, you probably should have built this section first and then put it on, something like that, rather than building it on the building where it was overhanging and you didn't have a whole lot of leverage. It just wasn't a good design. And then there's just tons and tons of tiny little parts. But I do like the look of it overall. I think it looks cool. I like the different elements that they included to make it kind of look old. The different plants and foliage and greenery that's growing across it. I like the fact that the windmill does spin, that they added that crank and it turns. I do think we'll be able to incorporate this into our city eventually, but for right now, it just doesn't fit in, like I say. Now, this one originally retailed for $179 back when we bought it nearly a year ago. Jackson, do you think it's worth $179?
I mean, I wanted it, so I'm gonna buy it.
You are?
If you could. If you could still.
So personally, I wouldn't spend $179 on this again. And I actually just looked it up on eBay, and these ones are going for about $250 to $300. Most of them closer to $300. So you can buy this one on eBay for about $300 right now. I don't think it's worth that at all, unless you have a thing for windmills or you just really desperately want to have this in your city and you have the perfect spot. This is one that I'm probably gonna pass on overall. If I could go back and sell it, I probably would. But Jackson wanted it. It wasn't fun to build. I do think it looks cool. But overall, it's just not something that I feel like I needed. It is over 2,000 pieces, so for $179, I feel like that's a good price per piece ratio. However, there were so many tiny pieces that it kind of throws that out of whack, and then no minifigures kind of takes away from the value as well. But yeah, of the 5 Bricklink Designer Program sets from round 2, this is going to be my least favorite. This one, followed by the aquarium, and then the Venetian houses, and then the bowling alley. Well, the bowling alley and Lego.
I think the Lego store is first.
The bowling alley and Lego store are kind of tied for me. Well, maybe the Lego store, just because of the internal issues that the bowling alley had with crap sliding around. And the roof.
And the roof.
Yeah, so probably Lego store number 1, bowling alley number 2, Venetian houses 3, aquarium 4. This one, a distant number 5.
This one's my 2.
No way. Number 2?
No, this is my 3 or 4.
Yeah. I mean, make an okay display piece. You could throw this on a shelf or on a desk or something. It might look kind of cool. But overall, I just don't think it was necessary. I don't think it was designed super well. So yeah, this is one that I'm going to pass on. For now, we're probably just going to find a shelf for this one to hang out on until we do a Lego City expansion. And hopefully one day we'll be able to find a place for it in there, like on a hillside or somewhere in the corner or something. All right, so there it is, the Mountain Windmill from round 2 of the Bricklink Designer Program. Do you have it? Do you want it? What do you think of it? Comment down below. As always, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And until next time,
keep on building.